420 lounge. We must have done my shirt, man, I wear that crown. The fries are talking, the pickle got a grin, and the bun said, bro, let the chaos begin. The menu looks deep, but the question is loud. If two bread sides hold it, doesn't make the crowd. You serve it hot, you serve it proud, but the sandwich police keep circling around. Hey, is it a dog? Is it a roll? If it got ketchup, does it take my soul? I need a truth, I need it now. The bun got logic and I don't know how. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Hot dog in the middle, tell me yes or no. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? When the bun gets split, where does the hot dog go? At Dodge 420 Lounge, we all start to doubt. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Somebody spell it out. Old man at the counter says, son, don't fight it. If the bread hugs meat, then the law just wrote it. But my cousin swears with the sesame crown, that's a dog in the blanket, then the blankets turn brown. Then the pickle drops down like a referee, says call it what you want, it's a victory. Relish on the piece, spice in the air. The only wrong answer is acting like you don't care. Nah. Is it a meal? Is it a trick? Why's the truth look messy and deliciously thick? I need a bite, I need a sign. If it comes with onions, is it crossing the line? Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Hot dog in the middle, tell me yes or no. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? When the bun gets split, where does the hot dog go? At Dodge 420 Lounge, we all start to doubt. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Somebody spell it out. Hey! Maybe the real debate isn't bread or meat. Maybe it's who stays calm when the mustard meets the heat. One love for the bun side, one love for the dog. If the whole joint's laughing, then the verdict's not so far. Yeah. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Hot dog in the middle, tell me yes or no. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? When the bun gets split, where does the hot dog go? At Dog 420 Lounge, we all start to doubt. Are they sandwiches? Are they sandwiches? Somebody spell it out. I came for a snack and a friendly fight, left with sauce on my chin and a grin so bright. Dodge 420 Lounge, you know the score. I'll be back for the verdict and one dog more. One more. One more. One more. One more.
What's up, everybody? Oop. So, this is the first episode of the Wake and Bake, so gotta start it right. So, this is definitely, there's no format to this, it's just shoot the shit until Swords of Reason starts. Trying to think if there's any cool cannabis things I've read lately. Can't think of anything in particular. Guess I probably should have looked this up first. Oh, interesting thing. A lot of states are starting to close the loophole on this whole illegal hemp thing, which is quite interesting. I'm very curious how they're going to word the language, because that's what got them in the problem in the first place. All right, we got someone here.
We'll handle this. gave Darby a lightsaber. A really cool one.
Hello there.
How's it going?
Just fine. Yeah, you was on my chat before. I did sub to your channel.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do believe I subbed to yours too.
You're a not a bad person.
So you're into like GoldenEye, right? Isn't that what I saw you playing?
Yes.
I like GoldenEye. I haven't played it in a long time though.
I easily play. No, I easily do OBS now.
Nice.
And do you have a favorite Looney Tune character?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And there's a Student Steal audience button. Like hitting that, this stream will be releasing over to my channel.
Yeah, for sure.
My channel doesn't really have any curse words too much.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get the ball rolling. It was good seeing you. Talk to you later, dude. Gonna have to go with this here. My mind's been kind of changing on that one from time to time. I really miss the old steak and shake smash burgers, though. But that's probably more for the nostalgia. Can't go wrong with a good Cheeto, that's for sure. The best Star Wars, in my opinion, is the one with no lightsabers until the very end, which is weird because I love lightsabers. But Rogue One, definitely the best Star Wars. Well, you guys in chat got any favorites? I mean, three's good, but Rogue One kind of topped it. I'm bad at talking by myself if you couldn't notice. I will say, wait, three? Trailer 3 was not ever in the running. Like, if there was going to be any other one than Rogue One, it would be The Empire Strikes Back, because it ends on such a horrible note. And I don't plan to talk about Star Wars, I'm just killing time till there's somebody to talk to. I mean, sure, you can make the argument that Anakin becoming Darth Vader was epic, but seeing the force of Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One, way more epic. Plus, finding out that Luke is Darth Vader's long lost son, that's pretty crucial. That's not true, trailer, because those came out after the original trilogy. Like 30 years after. Star Wars was already a thing before Episode 3. Yeah, Jack, I suck at talking to myself, so I'm basically talking to chat right now. Oh yeah, I never really talk about my music. I don't really have any like recorded stuff, but I've played in bands over the years. The longest and most notable was my mom made a deal with me to play in the church band, so I played bass in church band for 8.5 years. All right.
We'll handle this.
Master gave Dobby a lightsaber. A really cool one.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Someone's talking to me. Hello.
How's it going?
I want an intro that says this guy's still staring at me. I'm getting too loud. That talks about how gay Jack is. So I know he's listening.
I mean, I have that.
Oh, it's hot out.
I do need to find a meme for that. Not necessarily for Jack specifically, but just the whole gay.
Every time I come up, I want Jack to remember how much he sucks.
So you had a beef with
How
Jack
much?
too?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight Jack.
Because you just have beefs with everybody, huh?
I don't think I have an actual beef with a single person.
Well, last night you had a beef with Halfhood.
Yeah, but not really. I just talk. I just say shit just to say it.
I feel that. I have the opposite problem.
Not talking enough.
Yep.
I wish I had that problem. I used to be really quiet as a kid. Like super quiet. And I was like really well behaved. And then some crazy shit happened and this is what I became.
So, you got anything funny?
Like what?
I don't know. Eventually my brain's gonna turn on.
Funny to talk about?
Yeah. This is just shooting the shit. I normally try to at least have somewhat of a topic, but I don't.
I'm still walking right this second. My brain ain't fully functioning yet either. I'm waiting to get to a spot.
I did find it funny earlier today. My phone like tailors news stories to me, and now it's showing me the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council posts, which is pretty awesome.
Yep, definitely. But like I said, I could start my own hot dog council, and I could sway the tide. I could change this opinion that you're taking as a fact.
Well, But you already said that all sandwiches are hot dogs, though. So that's like the ultimate win for hot dogs.
It's really not. It was just it wasn't even. It wasn't even real.
I thought it was a great conclusion.
Yeah, because you think it means something when it don't.
Yeah, it does. It means hot dog's its own thing.
I'm not really sure it is. Because, so you guys were talking about last night, about the knife and fork thing, about only 90% of people um, think that a hot dog is like a good portable sandwich. But some people do cut up their hot dogs, like kids and disabled people. And
Yeah.
does that make it no longer a hot dog once you cut it up?
Well, at least for me, the delineation is because I've done this before, where I didn't have a hot dog bun, but I had sliced bread. So I cooked the hot dog, cut it into little pieces, and laid it out on a sliced bread and put another piece of bread on top of it. That's a sandwich made of hot dogs.
So the delineation, so if I take a tube of any kind of lunch meat and throw it on a piece of bread, that's not like a sandwich to you?
Is there one piece of bread or two?
No, because if I said if I took a full hot dog with 2 pieces of bread, you said that didn't count as a sandwich.
No, with 2 pieces of bread it does.
That's not what you said. You said only if it was sliced. You said I had to
Yeah.
cut the meat for it to be a sandwich. But if I take, like, you get sticks of pepperoni, I've had like sticks, just like the smaller sticks of pepperoni thrown on a sandwich.
I see what you're saying.
That's why when you guys brought up the trans shit,
No, I didn't. No, I was.
yes, you did. You said that
No, I was
Tiny and
referencing.
Spartacus.
I said I was referencing somebody else's argument.
Yeah,
I said
Tiny and
that.
Spartacus. But you
No,
still
no, no,
brought
no,
it
no.
up.
They didn't say that. Rob Noor did on VK.
Did he?
Yeah.
He might have. I could have sworn you brought them up, said that they were trolling you.
No, that's why that was the topic. Yes, but no, the argument that I was referencing was Rob Noor. That's
Okay.
not my opinion. I just thought it was
Okay,
a
well,
hilarious way to go with it.
well, that's why I brought up if like if you cut a hot dog, is it no longer a hot dog? Just like a trans man, if you cut it up, is he no longer a man? He's still a man, and it's still a hot dog. You know what I mean? Jelly bean?
I mean, I don't really want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, personally.
You still gotta contend with it, and some like it just say that like if it makes sense or not. I'm not asking you to talk about trans man's personal shit going on.
Well, I guess what I would say is I don't think those are exactly the same.
You cut one off, you cut it open, and you flip it inside out. So now we got to get into detail. It is,
Well,
it's very similar.
but
You're
I've recently.
completely changing the structure of what it once was. Not
Okay, well,
completely, but halfway, I guess.
I'd say not necessarily because, like, the other day I cooked like a high-end hot dog with like natural casing and whatnot, and I'm used to doing like Oscar Mayer, so I didn't do it like slow and low like you're supposed to, and it did that thing where the skin popped and it looked all weird and like Freddy Krueger's hand and shit. Still a hot dog. I ate it anyways. Tastes
Yeah,
just fine.
exactly. It's still a hot dog, and you want to go because it's cylindrical. That it's in its own category now. It's not a type. I consider it a lunch meat because I mean you can eat them cold. Should you? No, but you can. I think they're the same thing.
Not a sandwich. We agree.
It's lunch meat. Because you were also talking about bread.
Yes.
Do you buy hot dogs? Does the bread come with the hot dogs at the store? But does the lunch meat? Does any of the lunch meat?
No.
Exactly. Nothing comes with it, so it's not the.
You did
It's not
bring up
the.
an interesting point, though, that I read earlier today. Why is it that hot dogs come in packs of 10, but the buns come in packs of 8?
Yeah, I know. I know. I've had the same exact thought. It's weird.
Like, is there like a conspiracy to get you to buy like? Because you
More
could
buns.
just do 40, right? Do 4 packs of hot dogs and 5 packs of buns, and you'd have equal amount. But that's a clever trick to get you to buy a shit ton more hot dogs and buns.
I wonder. I wonder if all hot dogs come in a pack of 10.
No, they don't. The Oscar Mayer ones I get come in 8.
Yeah, so that's probably more why they do. But the ones that put 10 in for extra are kind of fucking you.
Yeah. Well, and it was actually a study from the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council that said their reasoning was that the hot dogs are measured by the pound, and when you're baking bread, they're usually in sheets of 4, and they just double stack 4.
Hmm.
But I prefer the conspiracy.
Which, I mean, they could make sheets of 5 and double stack them in that way. I guess depends on how their machines are made. That makes a difference. Oh, damn, my dog's about to bark. Sorry, there's another dog up here. Oh, man.
Man, my mind is so blank because literally I went to bed after a stream last night and then wake up and stream, and it's like, I feel like I said everything yesterday.
Oh, yeah, well, I ended up getting cut off. My phone was. My car doesn't charge my phone for some reason.
Well,
You know
that
how,
sucks.
like. Yeah, you know how, like, the old cars, you could keep your phone plugged in and it would charge without having to turn the car on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, newer cars, you can't typically do that. You have to turn the car on.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's something. I don't know. There's something jacked up with my USB thing. It like doesn't matter what charger I put in there, it will not charge it.
Is that like the only thing not working?
That I can think of, yeah.
Only reason I ask is if there was something else that went out at the same time, it might be a fuse somewhere.
Well, I was having problems with my fuses. My trunk light. Every time I put a new trunk light in, it would blow out immediately. And I had like quite a few fuses fucked up, and I've taken it to get looked at, and it seems to never get fixed. But I keep paying for it.
Yeah, electrical's expensive, and if it's not the right person, tends to not be reliable.
I am, especially when you're in a small town and you got a one shady little motherfucking mechanic.
Sounds about right.
So like my aunt-in-law, I'm not gonna say like she's loaded, but like she's single. She's always like she doesn't have kids or anything like that, so she's got decent money. And everybody around here knows that. And the mechanic down here will tell her fake shit that's wrong with her car and not fix anything, or like, and she thinks she's got to pay a top dollar to, you know, get like a safety check or her tire pressure checked, all this stuff. We try to help her, but she thinks he's trustworthy.
That's the worst when people take advantage of shit like that.
hmm Yeah, he's also like, he's kind of a neighbor too. He's a fucking prick.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Because I'd be like, when I worked on cars, I would do extra stuff, especially for like people who don't know all that much about cars.
Yeah.
And not extra stuff and charge them. I mean, I would not charge them for certain things just because
Yeah.
it's like, I want you to come back, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, but
Yeah, it seems like those kind of places are like few and far between nowadays.
at least like small things to take care of and not charge them for. But like my dad, he's done mechanic work, and I don't know shit about cars, so I go to him. He takes care of everything for me. He's taught me a lot of stuff, but it just went in one ear and out the other.
Well, some people are more mechanically inclined than others.
I'm good at like fixing stuff, but when it comes to an engine, it's like, I don't know, it looks just foreign to me.
It is one of those things where it's daunting until you do enough of it where you're like, oh, basically they're all the same.
Yeah, I imagine it is. I don't know if I just can't get interested in it or what.
Oh, I feel that. I lost interest after I got out of it. Now I drive a regular ass stock car.
Yeah, I have like a newer car. I don't even know what it is. I've never even drove it. But I would have preferred. I should have just got an old ass car, a used car that's more reliable, cheaper to just keep fixing that piece of shit than getting a new car from a dealership and getting fucked around, making payments.
Yeah. Oh man, Jack is cracking me up. Sorry, that's why I'm being quiet occasionally.
I sound so sweet but so deadly in chat. That's just because I don't know.
Well, it's the
What?
next one. Copy.
Yeah, my mic's full of demons.
Like occasionally just goes,
That's because I'm outside.
Oh, I don't care. It's not. I mean, he's worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
I don't care if Jack's worried about it anyway.
I figured.
If I could, if I had a mic, I would fucking eat that thing and make all kind of noises in it. And I sound maybe sweeter so far because it's still newer. I'm used to talking shit in chat. That's
Well,
my comfort zone.
I have the feeling if I was to say something that riled you up, your demeanor would probably change pretty quickly.
Yeah, it does.
It's just a guess.
I'm pretty easy to set off. I think a lot of times, like, I've got something written on my forehead that just says, press the button here to piss her off. Because some people I think some people enjoy just pissing me off.
I feel that way a lot of the time too. It's like, is this like on purpose? Like, I'm just trying to do my shit. Like, why are you pissing me off right now?
Yeah, I've been kicked out of quite a few places, like doctors' offices mainly.
All right, I haven't gotten kicked out of anywhere. Well, also, when I get irately mad, I won't say anything. Like, I just clam up until I blow up.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Or I just blow up immediately. It depends on what it is. Like if I'm genuinely mad, I'm quiet. Like if I'm like pissed. But if I'm just like, I don't know, arguing with someone, I'll get loud pretty quickly. But if it's like a genuine fight, I'll get quiet. And that's when you know, like, I'm mad because I'm never quiet.
Yeah, and when it happens to me, I usually recognize that, like, I clammed up and I'm like, well, you probably got about 20 minutes to get away from everyone and then blow up.
I don't think rationally like that.
Sometimes I don't.
I will stay right in it. I will even sometimes, because I'm so mad, and if nothing's happening fast enough, I will egg it on, kind of.
I
I need to.
did just think of an instance where I would have gotten kicked out if I didn't work there. Uh, so at my work, there's like a lobby, and when you're up there, you're checking IDs, and like, but you're trapped in a glass room, and you have a radio to the rest of the place. And my radio was dead, and my fucking managers forgot and left me up there with no breaks. So like I think it was like 6 hours into my shift, somebody finally realized and came up and relieved me. And when I got into the hallway, there was a manager walking right in front of me, and I fucking went off. I was like, I might as well just go fucking home because you haven't given me no fucking breaks.
Mom.
And if I use the rest, like the breaks I didn't get, I could just leave. And he's like, huh? And I was like, fuck you, dude. You knew I was up there. And he like rushed me outside. He's like, let's talk outside.
Like,
It's like, why don't you take an hour? Sorry, that just popped into my head.
You're alright. I just saw Jack in the chat talking shit.
Well, to be fair, trailer kind of is too.
No, it was trailer. It wasn't even. It wasn't even Jack. Like a chihuahua. The last place I got kicked out of was my daughter's pediatrician, one at her last pediatrician's office. I was pissed. They were telling me that if I didn't calm down, because I had her in the hospital, she was sick. She was only a couple months old, and she had been sick for for quite a few months. And I kept taking her to the pediatrician, and she kept telling me, it's okay, just give her Benadryl. Every time I'd take her Benadryl, she said, it'll fix things you didn't even know it would fix. And she's an infant. I can't give her Benadryl. And after enough of it, like I even took her to the hospital a couple of times. And finally, when the doctors called her at the hospital, she didn't answer. So they started doing their own testing. And they found out that she had influenza, and she was pretty dehydrated. And so they wanted to admit her in the hospital, and her pediatrician was giving the doctors hell, saying she didn't need to be admitted, and they fought her on it. And she showed up the next day and told me that I'm just going to send her home. Everything's fine. And I said, I don't think everything is fine. Like, she's admitted here for a reason. And she's like, no, she's not. And I said, she has influenza and she's dehydrated. She said, who told you that? And I said, the doctor's here? She said, no, everything's okay. Just send her home. And I started flipping out. And I was telling her to go fuck herself, and like,
Nice.
they were telling me I needed to calm down, and I said,
Because
give
that
me the
works.
papers. Yeah. I said, give me the papers. I want to sign her out of here. I want to leave now because I'm gonna end up doing shit that I don't want to do. And they were like, no, if you take her, we're gonna call CPS on you. So if I'm upset, they're gonna call CPS on me, or if I leave, they're gonna call CPS on me. They're putting me in a fucking trap here. And I said, well, you need to take her and get her the fuck out of my room. I don't want to see her because it's gonna turn into a mess. And she told me she didn't want to see my daughter as a patient no more after that. I also
Dang.
got kicked. I got kicked out of. I've got the main doctors I've gotten kicked out of is like gynecologists and therapists. I especially when like so women gynecologists, they're usually like cunts. And
Well, they definitely like them.
male male therapists are usually like little bitches, and I don't like either of those. So it never turns out well. Like they're usually like overly sensitive, and it like makes me irate.
To be totally honest, those weren't the types of places I would have imagined you getting thrown out just by the way you talk shit.
More when I was younger. I've learned to control myself a little bit better. I mean, I just more stay out of the way of everything. I still get pissed off just as easily. I just learned to walk away. But
Do you have road rage? Because I have been meaning to make a compilation because I have a dash cam. Just
I
me
do.
talking shit.
I am an overly for some reason I'm like overly kind when I'm driving. It's like, and I get yelled at by people in the cars. They like in the car with me, they tell me like I need to stop being so fucking nice and letting everybody go ahead of me or shit like that. I do get road rage if like someone's honking at me or something like that. But other than that, I do all right.
I mean, I drive protectively and defensively. Some would say that maybe in the chat, like a grandma.
I drive like a grandma now, but that I don't actually drive anymore. But I stopped driving because I can't see very well.
Well, that's especially at night. I have that, like,
Yeah,
because my astigmatism's not great.
yeah. I guess
But
it
yeah, I'm more safe than fucking around. But when people pull out in front of me or if somebody lane changes wrong, like I need to bring the memory card in because I bet I could make like an hour of just me yelling at people. Which I hate talking shop, but at the same time, I wanted you all to know this. So after last night's stream, um, since I haven't really done things on Rumble as much, I downloaded this and put it on Rumble, and it's doing well on Rumble. I mean, it's doing well on both.
I'm the Grandma Jack. Fuck you. Fuck you. At least I ain't out here burning my house down, trying to make some steaks.
I was like, why'd you say that specifically? Because like right before this, I was watching a body cam of a guy who locked himself in his house and burnt it down. It's like, but nah, steak story.
He's calling me a grandma. Either me or you. He's calling one of us a grandma, and I'm gonna assume it's me.
I would assume. I mean, I don't have kids, so how could I be a grandma?
I don't know how you could be a grandma anyway ever. I've almost burnt my house down a couple times. Like, should genuinely almost burn it down, being high, being stoned out my fucking brain. And it was all for the same reason every single time.
What, you fell asleep with a pizza in the oven?
Not pizza, but brownies. I would be like, oh, every time I'd be like, no, I'm gonna stay awake this time because like every I had stayed awake a couple of times. I'm like, I can do this. I really want these fucking brownies. And every time I would pass out on the couch, and my parents would come down like 2 hours, 3 hours later, like screaming at me, shaking me. You don't fucking hear the fire, the smoke detectors. You don't smell that smoke. No, I was sleeping. How am I supposed to hear that?
See, I actually have a tactic for this to where if I'm that baked and I'm hungry, if there's even a 1% chance I'm gonna fall asleep, it's either microwave or air fryer, and I have to stand there. I can't
Yeah,
go sit down.
yeah. That's. I wasn't making no brownies in the microwave. And I didn't have no air fryer back then.
I feel that.
I've been there though too. I've done the same thing where like I'm not allowed to sit down because I will pass out. I also used to do this weird thing where like I'd get so high that like when I'd watch TV, I would lay down on the couch and hold my arm up with the remote, just changing channels, and I would end up falling asleep with my arm in the air, and I would stay that way, wake up with my like arm dead. It was weird.
That is weird. Hilarious, but weird.
Yeah, I don't move a ton when I sleep, so like whatever like I've fallen asleep standing up. If I fall asleep, I'm typically staying right there.
I've never done
Like I
that, but
die.
the closest I've ever gotten was actually Sunday at work after like being on Terriacs till like fucking 10 in the morning and then taking a nap till noon and then going to work. And I'm standing there like, because my job is super fucking boring. And like, I almost fell over and I caught myself and was like, oh my God, I still have to drive home and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy what getting older does to you because I cannot hang. I cannot stay awake like that no more. It just messes with me.
I've been
I
doing
wasn't
it
even
way
great
too
at it.
much lately.
I wasn't even great at it when I was younger, but I damn sure can't do it now.
Well, it's for me a double-edged sword because I'm an insomniac. So like, I know I need to sleep, but like,
Yeah.
unless it's really hard to force it.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm the type that like if I lay down before I'm ready, I will sit there and stay up the whole damn night. But usually I will not sit down or lay down until I'm ready to go to sleep. As soon as my head hits the pillow, like before, I think even before it hits the pillow, I'm out. And a lot of people were always like, man, how you do that? How you fall asleep so quick? But it's just I run myself tired because I ain't sitting there fucking thinking. I have like intrusive thoughts and shit, and they fucking get me real bad when I
Same.
can't sleep. So I would prefer not to do that. I can get dark.
Well, now because I'm such a light sleeper too, and I sleep at such a different schedule than the rest of the house. So like, I I sleep in like hour chunks, and if I have like a weird nightmare in one of those chunks, like then I'm up. Because then
Yeah.
I'm like, what did that mean? Even though I can't remember it, and I'm just, and then it turns, yeah, just spirals out. I hate that shit.
I don't
That,
dream a ton. The worst dreams I had was when I was pregnant, and I think it's because I was so scared to be a mom. I was just having crazy dreams.
yeah,
And when I was a kid too, I had like repetitive dreams, like the same few nightmares over and over.
yeah, I had one that was really weird. And all it was me in like an old, like timey, like porcelain bathtub in the middle of this really ornate room, waking up and being like, what the fuck? And then I would fall back asleep and wake back up in the same room. It was just like
That
repetitive, just that.
that reminds me. I get like migraines a lot, and I like to take baths when I get migraines, and I like 99.9% of the time will fall asleep in the tub, and almost every time I wake up, like either I'm like hanging on the side of the tub, or I'm completely underwater, and I have just like a pinhole of air, and I don't know how I'm fucking breathing. I've like woken up underwater with my like opening my eyes underwater, terrified.
Yeah, that's unpleasant. I'm definitely terrified of drowning.
Yeah,
Haven't had
I'm a
that one
heavy
though.
sleeper because like my mom is such a fucking bitch, man. She I think I don't like calling people a narcissist. I think it's like terribly overused, but I do
Oh,
believe my
it's
mom
soft
is one.
science.
Yeah, yeah, I get it,
I think
but
there's traits, but yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. Um, But her thing is, if you're sleeping when she's not sleeping, she will do everything in her fucking power to make sure you get up. Like, she will run the sweeper right next to your head. She will hit everything. Like, if you're like laying on the couch, or she'll come busting in your room with the sweeper, start hitting your bed with the fucking vacuum cleaner. She's crazy. The house ain't allowed to sleep when she's awake.
Yeah, I've kind of had a similar experience to that. My dad was very much like that when I was a kid.
And
Time to
my
wake
dad
up.
was the same way, but he wasn't the type that was like gonna make noise. He was gonna come in and yell at you. And my dad's got like
Yeah,
a super bass, deep voice, and it will make you jump out of your fucking skin. And I hated it.
yeah, my dad would pound on the door like a cop,
Yeah, that's what my mom.
terrified.
Oh yeah, my dad did too. And then he'd come busting in, get the fuck up. It ain't time to sleep in this house.
I mean,
Oh
to be fair, it worked because otherwise I would
yeah,
just keep sleeping.
oh yeah.
Ugh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. I hate being woken up like that.
I do too. Sometimes like I've had times where people wake me up like that, yelling or shaking me or shit like that, and it like throws me into a dream where like I feel like I'm falling, and I'm trying to wake up out of this falling feeling. It's the weirdest thing.
Actually got in a fight over that because I had a buddy over and I knew he had to work in the morning and he was passed out and I was like, he's got to go home and sleep. And I kept trying to wake him up. He was dead out. I mean, dude also drank like a fifth of vodka, I think. And I was like, well, he's a tiny dude. And I had just seen Inception. I was like, oh, I'll just like pick him up and drop him back into the chair and the feeling of falling will wake him up. Oh, it did.
I've, ne-
And then
I've
he
never
swung
seen
on
that
me.
movie. That
Oh,
sucks.
okay. But then he swung on me because of the violent way I woke him up. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, hell no, not in my house. And I like threw him down a flight of stairs. Well, more like
that's
rolled him
actually
down.
that reminds me. My parents were very mild actually compared to this friend I had. His mom. Oh man, she was a crackhead, and she was the definition of insane. And oh, there's so many stories about this woman. She would come in with a baseball bat, fucking swinging it at you, and if you didn't get up, she would go out and hit your damn car with the baseball bat, or like
Oh,
bust up
dang.
your shit. You see, she was crazy, and she like measured her food. You were not allowed to eat at her house, so you better not fucking stay there for too long because you're gonna starve. And all their food was like, so his dad had he never like his dad was never around, but his and he ended up dying when he was like a teen or something.
Mm,
And so he had been given money, and that's how they were getting groceries and stuff. and she would tell him, I'm going to go get groceries, and she wouldn't come back for like 5-6 days and show up with nothing in her hands. And he's like, Mom, I'm fucking hungry. There's nothing to eat. And she's like, well, there's no fucking money. I don't know what to tell you. And they'd end up, she'd piss it all away smoking crack.
Mm-hmm. As crackheads do.
Yeah. And one time she was so out of it, and they had these tall steps. Like, it was like probably like 20 steps to lead up to their upstairs, and she was yelling over the railing, like when we all got like back from school, and she was yelling something, and she was leaning over the railing so hard that she ended up falling, and she hit the steps, and she was knocked out laying. She had a robe on and nothing under it. She was naked, her robe hanging open, laying on the bottom of the stairs. And then once
Damn.
she got up, she just hopped up like nothing happened. And we just moved on.
Well, I mean, there's a reason crackheads live into their 90s.
Yeah, that's crazy. They used to have pet rats, and they would let them like free roam around their house.
Ew.
And I remember I was like always so scared to be there. And this is something I never understood. They would let them free roam around their house, and one day she's screaming and yelling, and you hear shit banging around, and she's telling her son, come here. She killed the fucking rat. She hit it with a baseball bat because she thought it was just a random rat. She didn't know what it was. And I was like, well, if you're scared of random rats, why you just let yours roam around the house?
Yeah, how are you supposed to know the difference? What?
And also, why you got rats just in your house like that? I mean, it wasn't dirty. So it's
Well,
not like they had just rats come in. They had just their 2 pet rats, but
yeah. Well, okay, at least it's only 2. Because I had pet rats, but I had them in a tank.
yeah,
Now,
like most people do.
yeah, and I would let them out, and I was training one of them, because one of them was really smart, which was kind of funny, because I named him Pinky in the Brain.
That's cool.
And of course, Pinky was the smart one. Uh, but I was training him to jump and shit, and get from like the coffee table to the couch and hang out, and he'd come up on my shoulder and shit. But no way would I just let them free roam. Those things are gross. They just piss and shit wherever.
Yeah. That's why I'd never. And you also never saw them either because they were always in the walls and shit. You never fucking saw them. You don't know what they're chewing up. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and especially that's what I didn't understand was like, if you're scared of random rats in your house, why are you just letting these ones roam around? But I've never understood it.
It doesn't even make sense in terms of like, well, it keeps the other rats away. I think, no, that's not what they do.
Yeah, you're just inviting other ones.
It's like, if anything, yeah.
That's they used to try to train theirs too, and they would always think it was funny to throw them on me and shit, and I hated it.
Yeah, it's different when they're not your rats.
Oh yeah, I don't like them at all. I had a pet snake growing up, and I hated it. I was terrified of it, and my sister tried to kill me because it had gotten loose, and I was probably like 3 years old, and we're walking down the steps, and I see the snake on the steps, and I said, it got out, it's loose. She saw it, screamed, shoved me down the steps, and took off running. She shoved me towards the snake, and she's like 8 years older than me.
Damn.
And yeah, and I just stood there like I froze, and my mom and my brother come running over to get it, and I just started bawling. They had to like build a custom cage for him because he kept getting out. We had like frogs and shit that kept getting out of their tank. My dad had to like customize a bunch of tanks, and we had we had my sister had to do like a hamster for a class pet thing, and she brought it home. We had a cat for a little while, and either the hamster snuck out of the cage, it had to have, because we had it in our bedroom with the door closed, and the cat got a hold of it and ate it. And my mom went to work and was
Sorry for
telling,
laughing, but
you're fine, I don't care. My mom went to work and was telling a lady about it, like, oh, she needs to take this hamster back to school. And she's like, well, my granddaughter has a hamster that looks pretty similar. If you want it, you can have it. And I'll just find her a new one when I can. She won't notice. I said, man, that is fucked up.
sure though. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Nobody noticed anything, but I was like, man, you just giving away your granddaughter's hamster like that.
Did the cat get the second one?
No, she had to do something with it, like keep it up somewhere so that the cat couldn't get to it.
Because, yeah, now that the cat's tasted hamster meat, you might want more.
I think what we did was we put him outside because he was mainly like an outdoor cat.
Oh, right on. Well, that explains why you ate it, because indoor cats would just torture it until it dies and then be like, check out what I did.
Yeah, that's my parents were never like big fans of cats. They were never big fans of them, and so I had found a bunch of baby kittens under my neighbor's shed, and I begged my dad to let me have this kitten, and the rules was like it had to become an outside cat. Like it could come indoors sometimes, but it wasn't allowed to be in all the time thing.
So it was like, was there like times where it's like, okay, the cat's been in here for 3 hours, he's got to go?
No, it was more like he would come in. This dog. She. Hold on, my dog's being an idiot. No, he would come in when he would get like beat up, like he would fight raccoons and stuff, and he'd be all tore up, and he would come home to heal. And then once he was healed up, we let him go. He'd go back outside. He didn't really like being in the house. He was in the house. He was in the house more like when he was a baby and stuff, but as he got older, he wasn't. And we also, I got a funny story about him. When he was, since he was an outdoor cat and he would go outside, we saw him all beat up, so I let him in the house, and he was healing, and it started getting weird because it was like he was hanging out longer than he normally liked to, and he was doing things that he never did before, like he was being very affectionate. He was a mean asshole, and so nobody really questioned it, and then all of a sudden, one day we're eating dinner and we hear scratching at the door, and I open it, and it's my cat. But my cat that I think's my cat is inside. And so it was a look. The cat looked exactly like our cat. But once our cat came to the door, you could finally tell the difference between them. So we had a look-alike in our house the whole time.
Just living it up, being like,
yeah, he was having a great time. And it started to make sense why he didn't want to leave.
It's like, don't put me back out there. It's nice in here.
Oh, yeah, well, we didn't keep him like as an indoor cat, but we fed him and stuff.
That's cool. Cats are funny.
They are.
Brutal.
I don't like all the biting and clawing and shit. They're little fuckers.
I think I like them because they're almost demons. in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I like dogs more, but like my dog, she bites, not like hard. She play bites, so it's just not it's not the same as the cat biting you. They get you.
Hmm. Plus, all the cats I've had, for some reason, they all feel the need to fuck with me when I'm sleeping.
Oh yeah,
So just
yeah.
sleep. Like, if you want to be here, just fucking sleep. It's sleep time, not touch my face time.
My sister had these cats, and I was staying at her house for her wedding. Me and my boyfriend, and her cat kept pissing with my boyfriend the entire night, like trying to get his like eyelids and shit, like pissing with his eyelids. And I thought it was hilarious. He didn't think it was funny. And he eventually made me get my sister up to come get her damn cats.
There's a different type of rage when you're trying to sleep and a cat is just fucking with you. Because, like,
Oh yeah.
I had another one where he would fuck with my face while I was sleeping at like 7 in the morning on the dot. And I've always worked nights, so like, it's like, dude, this is like when I'm actually sleeping. So I would close the door to my room. He had the rest of the house. It was whatever. He could run around. But this motherfucker changed it up to where now at 7 he would, well, not now, this was a long time ago, he would put his paw under the door and pull on it and rattle the door so that it sounded like somebody was outside. Like, and I lived
Trying to
alone.
get
It
in.
was just me and the cat. And I'm like, fuck, they're at the master bedroom. Like, how did I sleep through that?
Creeping you the fuck out.
Yeah, that shit sucked. It was a clever ass cat.
That's my dog. She's like she's super needy, and she doesn't she does well on her own, but she has like times where like she wants to be attached to you. And if you go into a separate room without her and shut the door, she will lay sideways so she can see under the door and just keep pawing under the door and whining. So I like I mess with her. I fight with her under the door. She hates it though. I've never had a dog so damn attached. And I used to be like with my other dogs when they would be like puppies and stuff. I would take them everywhere with me. I would like wrap them up in blankets and always like I always had them. And her, I think it was because I was home a lot more with her instead of taking her out everywhere. So she just wants me to be home with her. She wants me to always be with her. She's not a big fan of car rides.
That's cool though.
I
I like it when animals are attached like that.
I have one dog that reminded me of the car rides because she would throw up every time you put her in the car. She was the dumbest dog I've ever seen in my life. She would every day run full force into the glass door to want to go outside every single day. And she could be standing on a hillside, like a barely tiny little hill, and all of a sudden she'd be going off of 4 paws onto 2, leaning, and then start rolling down the hill. And she could fall over standing still doing nothing.
What kind of dog was this?
She was a black lab.
That I had my suspicions. I had
Yeah.
a yellow lab as a kid. Yeah, she was not very bright.
I had another black lab that he was actually one of the smartest dogs I've ever had. He knew so many tricks. He could learn them like within seconds. He would like army crawl and he would dance.
Hmm.
But my dog now, she does all that stuff too. she's extremely smart but stubborn.
Had,
I don't think she's a full pit bull.
I was gonna say I don't think you've told me, but my guess was gonna be Pitbull.
I think she's I think she's mixed with like a Jack Russell or something.
So like kind of a medium-ish.
Yeah, she's not because her mother was the people that I got the dog from told me that both the dogs, the mother and father, were both like large sized pit bulls, and they were beautiful dogs. But she's pretty small. She's she's like 50 pounds, which I don't know how to even describe her. She's really small. She doesn't have like big paws or broad chest or nothing. And she also like she could probably jump like 4.5 feet just standing still. She can jump like she can jump everything. She jumps our fence. Our fence is probably like 5 foot tall.
Damn.
She runs fast as hell. She's crazy. She's got crazy energy. That's why I'm not convinced she's fully a pit bull. Because pit bulls are more like just stubborn assholes.
Yeah, I had a buddy that had a blue pit. She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, yeah.
But that dog had so much fucking energy. I'd never seen a pit like that. And it was like happy energy too. It was like, where is this coming from? Like, just zoomies 24/7.
I would say like a lot of pit bulls tend to have like high energy. They're usually pretty happy for the most part. Depends.
Oh, for sure.
Depends. But yeah, some of them are like way different.
Oh, I mean that totally as a compliment. Like,
I didn't think it was bad. My mom's got this like it's like a pit bull boxer thing. I don't even know what it is. She is the most large, obnoxious thing I've ever freaking seen. Her paws are probably like I don't know. They're so heavy. They can fit into size. They're like almost close to the size of my own hand.
Yeah, and Boxer's personality is so funny. They're so goofy. That same buddy that had the blue pit also had a Boxer that was just the goofiest dog ever.
She also like she's just like so heavy and she's not aggressive, but it's like unintentional. She doesn't know how big she is. And she could knock you around so easily. But I think she was abused. My mom got her in a shelter and she's very difficult to train and she don't listen and she still has accidents all the time. She's a difficult dog.
We're getting a new dog here tomorrow. And
yeah, that's what you're saying, a corgi, right?
Yep, a second one. Double the trouble.
Are they hard to train?
Well, so the one we have now, we got as a puppy, so I mean, she went to school and stuff and was trained, but you can't train personality.
No, you can't. They typically just come with it.
Yeah, she's amazing, but if she doesn't want to do something, it takes a lot of coercing. She can be stubborn, and also she thinks she's hurting us. Like, the bedtime routine is hilarious. She has to make sure everybody goes to their room at 10 o'clock.
That's adorable.
But it's the new one's gonna be from the same breeder, but he's 2 years old. So, and he's lived on a farm. So we don't know,
So he's got some built-in personality already. Yeah. I
But
think those are always like the harder ones. Is you get them older, they're more of a challenge. Sometimes though, they could be real easy.
well, and like we have no idea like how much it's trained. Like, is it house trained? Like, because it's a farm. So
Yeah, that's mine was a farm dog. She was still a puppy though, and she was like immediately house trained, except for she had like a beef with my vacuums, with my sweeper. She still has a beef with it. But when she was a puppy, after the first time she saw me use it, she shit on it. And she still hates it. She like tries to fight it all the time.
that is awesome.
If you let her outside, like when you're trying to like use a push mower, anything that makes noise, like she will try to rip the wheels off of it. She hates it. And it doesn't, I don't know how to get her used to it. I've tried a bunch of things. I use it and I just put up with her fighting me. And then she eventually gives up and she'll go lay down. Like she don't, the worst thing she does is like she grabs the wheels and she tries to drag it from me.
I always want to know what's going on in their brain when like it's a quirky thing like that. I mean, that is a kind of common thing with some dogs, but I just want to know why. Why the wheels?
Yeah, like it's evil. My dog, oh, she's, so she, she come, like people are kind of intimidated by her. Some people are, I don't know why, because like, just because you can tell she's a pit bull, but she's smaller, so I don't really know why people are intimidated by her.
Because false information and shitty narratives.
Yeah, I
But
guess. But she's like high energy and she loves everybody. She likes to talk, so she like barks at everybody, but not like growls or anything like that. And
hmm
she, I don't even remember where I was gonna go with it. I don't know. She's such a sweet dog, but and she also thinks that she's aggressive. Like she thinks that if something's gonna come busting through the doors of the house, that she's gonna take care of it. But she's a chicken shit. So like other dogs, um, she will. She grew up with like probably 20 other dogs, and she's scared of almost all dogs. She will start to shake and she will lay down. Um, so like she's not a threat and everything. And I think she would do the same if someone kicked in my door. I think she would just lay down and give up.
I
She
kind
might
of
try.
wonder that. I wonder that about B, because she barks at every. I mean, she's more of like an air horn than
Yeah.
a defense mechanism.
I think that's typically what like most dogs are. They're just like your alarm system, if anything.
Mm.
And she pisses me off too, because like there'll be something outside in the dark that it's like it was a creepy noise, and she'll want to stay out there and bark at it. And I'm trying to get her in the house, and I tell her, "Fuck you! I'm gonna leave you out here. I don't care. I'm not dying for you." And she'll eventually come running inside, scared if I go. But it's like a fight trying to get her to go in there, because she thinks she's tough, but when it's actually in her face, she's scared.
I mean, in a way, that's good though,
I guess I
because
don't know.
because if it was coming from the mentality of like anytime something sudden happens, then somebody's gonna get bit, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's really, at least the way I just thought of it is like it's way less likely that somebody's actually gonna kick your door and then like some pots and pans are gonna make a shit ton of noise. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
she's also like extremely strong for how little she is. Um, well, my daughter used to like walk her around when she was probably like a year old. My dog was a year old, and I would tell her like, if she starts pulling, let go of the leash because she's gonna drag you.
Hmm.
And my dog saw a bird and went after it, and my daughter would not let go, and she was being pulled through a field, and I'm yelling at her, let go, and she's like, I can't let go. It's
Was it
pretty
around her
funny.
wrist? Because I had that happen because my
Yeah,
yellow lab was huge and I was
she
tiny.
said it was stuck to her. I told her don't do that crap, but
I'm not laughing at the pain. I'm just
oh
laughing
no,
at the
I
visual.
laughed. I was laughing at her when it was happening. My daughter, it's like we are two, like on the opposite ends of the scale. Like she's a lot more like my sister. My sister's like super nerdy, super well, like she's a social worker. She like has never gotten in trouble in her life. She I don't know. And I'm the complete opposite. And even my daughter's father, like he's the complete opposite. So we're always telling her like I don't know where you got your behaviors from because it's not how we raised her, but like she's like full of anxiety. She's always worried about everything. She wants to put her best effort into everything. She's terrified of trouble. She's a good kid. She's a great kid.
That's awesome.
Like she's never been grounded. I've never I've never had issues with her. I'm terrified of teen years to see what happens, but she's a good kid so far. And everybody's always telling me, they're always like, oh, she's so well behaved. She's so quiet. Does she ever talk? She don't shut up at home.
Ooh, that's how I was as a kid, and it took a hard left. I'll just leave it at that. Although, to be fair, it wasn't until I was like basically an adult.
No. That's I was a really quiet, good kid. I remember the neighbor kids like for a long time like trying to pressure me into like even just cussing and stuff like that. Um, and I never would, and then all of a sudden it just like a flip switched. Well, there was a reason for it, but I don't know.
I was
Like
always, I always cussed, but like I was always like I can't get caught by my parents cussing, and to this day I don't cuss around my parents. Like I feel weird even saying ass in front of them.
yeah, I don't cuss in front of my grandparents. My parents, they know all the worst of me. It's
I used to
yeah,
always make fun of my sister, and I was thinking about this when you're saying how your daughter doesn't have any traits of either, and like used to always tell my sister that she was adopted because she was like I have curly hair, I'm nearsighted, and she's got straight hair, farsighted. Like everything about us was exact opposite, even though we had exactly both the same parents.
yeah. So I have three siblings, but I grew up with two in my like mainly in my life. One is my dad's. After I was born, him and he went with another woman, and then they ended up getting back together. But um, so I grew up with my two older siblings, and my sister. That's what we always told her is that like she's adopted because she's not like anybody in our family. At like, there's nobody. She was the first person in our family to even graduate high school. Um, and then she graduated. She went to college. She graduated college. She's always gotten straight A's. She even like she was made fun of so hard in my family because she wanted to be a vegan for a while.
Oh God, no, not that.
Yeah, she's like she's kind of like left leaning, but it's more out of ignorance.
No, I think a lot of left leaning is out of ignorance.
Yeah.
But actually, I did kind of want to bring this up if you're cool with it. Terry X got his debate coming up at 7 or 8 or whatever time it is wherever everybody is. Do you know the topic he's debating?
Nationalistic socialism, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because I've gone back and forth with him on his channel.
I'm gonna say I'm not too much against it. I'm not really against it at all. I don't even know where to take it really.
My opinion is that I'm surprised he went with that name because he was talking about trying to like reword it.
Yeah, because people get so bent out of shape. Yeah, I understand where he's coming from, and I mean, I've had the same like ever since I've been a young kid. I've always thought like women, at the very least, should never been allowed to vote. I've always believed that they should have never been allowed to vote, but it kind of. I used to think it was too late. Like we already are in this position. We showed women type of like too much freedom in what they that it's kind of hard to just put it all back without. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think that
it's hard. It's going to be harder than if it was never a thing before.
Yeah.
That's an argument I make about like the rescheduling of cannabis, and I wasn't purposely trying to bring it back to cannabis. It just happened to work. But like the prohibition was the worst thing. Granted, we can't go back in time and change that, but now we have to keep like going through this whole process of lowering it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, lowering it from Schedule 3 to whatever is after that. And it's like, or you could just deschedule it. But because of the way it was prohibited, that's not the right word, but now it's way harder to undo, which I think is very similar to repealing the 19th, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah, that's this is like I argue with fucking Chat GPT about this stupid shit all the time. That like every modern downfall that we have, I think, can be like rooted back to like feminism and shit like that in some type of way.
Yeah, I think it's way more involved than people give it credit for. I still haven't finished Rachel's book, but I do have it. And I have read some of it.
I don't have it, but I mean, I get the gist of most of it. I think liberating people, all like the free range of sexuality. They tried to tell me that like there was matriarch fucking societies where like
I've heard that argument too growing up.
Like you're fucking stupid. Even if there were all these like matriarch society, where are they now? Did they succeed? Because I don't see them. All these things did was cause the rise and you got STDs and broken families, and it just makes the downfall of the economy. It just dominoes.
Well, and like I don't like they succeeded, and it's like, well, the Aztecs succeeded, but they were also killing like in sacrifice and shit too until they didn't succeed anymore. Like, let's
Yeah.
not fall into that trap.
Well, even if you can point out like some that were like successful in some ways, you can also point to like they had major downfalls. They had major flaws in their societies. So I'm not
For
sure if
sure.
they go hand in hand. I don't know. But I do agree with his topic that
Well,
I
and I
think
think
there should be. Go ahead.
I think he's going to go more into. I'm sure he'll mention the repeal of the 19th, but I mean, from what I talked to him on, which I'm sure you listened to at some point
Yeah,
or
he
another.
wants more like competency
Yes.
testing and
Mhm.
property ownership, shit like that. I understand it. I agree with it.
I just, I like that he's arguing it because it's such a hard thing to argue. I just don't know how you implement that. And I'm curious if he has, like, because it's kind of like what we were talking about on the cannabis and on the 19th. It's like, yeah, but there's so much bureaucracy and red tape involved. It's like, how do you even get to that point?
Yeah,
Like,
well, I don't
even if we think it's the best thing.
I don't think it's like the hardest thing to argue. The only hard part I think is people getting past the socialism aspect of it.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's what sets people off, and they don't want to listen to what he's talking about. But when they actually start to listen to him, they agree with like at least 90% of the stuff he's saying. And I don't, I don't see the argument as being difficult. I think how to implement it is the more difficult aspect of it.
Yeah. And do you know anything about his opponent? Because, like, I have not recognized that. Like, I didn't even have a
Shankfest,
picture.
political Shankfest.
Hmm.
Um, I've seen him in chat, and he's been up on panels recently. He's still new.
Okay.
Um,
And he's
I'd
going
say,
against Teriak?
yeah, I've seen
Oh,
him
my.
maybe the last 2 weeks, maybe. I can't remember if he's joined like VK or like something. He's joined things. I just don't remember what they were. He's all right.
Well, that actually makes me even more excited because, like, I fucked up on my first source of reason by, like, underestimating it. I did take it on 2 days' notice, though, in my defense.
Yeah, I would never do that. None of that.
Well, I didn't think it was gonna hit like it did. Like, I don't know if you've heard me tell the story, but the second I was in StreamYards, like, I had been sick to my stomach at work all day, and I took PTO because it was on short notice. So I was just like, yeah, I can do that. So, like, at work, I was just sick to my stomach. I was like, what the fuck am I? Why am? But I mean, in my brain, all I was thinking is, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have an opening statement. Like, I need to get home, do that, and once I was in
I would
StreamYard
never do
and
it
it
because
was nerve
I can.
wracking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I can come up with like. I cannot implement like debate tactics, and I just argue it like I would naturally having a conversation. I'm not so good at remembering
Well, and,
like
and
fallacies. Like I know them, but I don't do well at like applying them in my arguments or like even in my like thought process. I don't really apply the rules of like law like any of it really.
yeah, I kind of have the diarrhea of the mouth where I should think before I talk, but if I do, I just
Just what
don't
makes
talk.
sense to me.
But yeah, it's a lot. But it also inspired me to do this because I was like, wait, in this sphere, there's not like just a chill thing where you just go, there's nothing, you just fucking talk and we can get into arguments. Oh shit! Sorry.
Shit. Oh damn! It's almost.
We'll handle this.
Master gave Dobby a lightsaber. A really cool one.
So,
Am I still? Hello?
What's it?
Oh, okay.
Can you hold it down for a second, dogs, while I run to the washroom?
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could too, Shantae.
Yeah, right. How's it going? Just got done with work myself. I was like, freedom, yes. And then I saw Darth was on, so I was like, hell yeah. Let's go do some chill and bullshit. Hell yeah. Good old chillin' 420. Mm-hmm. After work bowl's the best bowl. I'm just saying. Definitely the best bowl. Oh, hold on. I gotta fix my chat. What is going on here? Hey, that's good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
What kind of work you do? Yeah, I can hear you.
Construction.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yep.
Is there like a specific type of construction you do?
No. I work for a general contractor. We do everything from
No.
residential to commercial,
Like roof and
from
everything.
dirt to everything. Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Done it for 19 years now.
Yeah. So my dad's
Yep.
worked in construction for. He's more he does like working in mills more and like or like environmental cleanup shit like that. But
Oh, okay.
he's kind of done everything.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I started at a young age. My dad was construction worker as I grew up too. So, always grew up going to work with dad and
Yeah,
hanging
I
out
did
on the
too,
job
but I'm a
site.
girl, so I'm a
Right,
girl, so
right.
I wasn't
Little
allowed to do a whole lot.
Right. But yeah, then
But
I started.
I loved going with him.
Oh yeah, it's always fun. All my kids love going. Sadly, with this company, there's too many. It's just they're too particular about it. I don't want any OSHA problems.
Yeah, like too professional type.
Mhm.
Too professional. I
But
get it.
again, they do.
Yeah, my dad
good
usually
commercial
did like.
jobs.
They do?
They
Oh,
do.
yeah. Yes, they do. My dad worked like for like just like a guy usually.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did
Like,
work on the side.
it was his own like independent contractor that worked for other guys, kind of deal.
Company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they would finish early and spend most of their time at the bar.
Well, yeah. There's lots of those out there. I try to avoid that place. It gets me in trouble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my dad didn't like it either, but it was where his boss always went to get him.
Right.
He could get drunk at home for a lot cheaper.
There's that too. It's a lot cheaper to get drunk at home.
Yeah. He's not like a drunk. He drinks beer.
Mm-hmm. Yup, I know that one.
That's more why he's not crazy about the bars either. You got people drunk off their ass.
Yeah, it gets rowdy. It's like, oof.
Hi. But I loved it because I used to go with them, and a lot of people down there, they became family.
Right.
And the same with people like he did jobs on, worked for.
Right. It is a way to meet people, but I just that's not my forte no more.
It's weird because like I'm pretty well known where I'm from, and even like when I go out to like even farther areas and I meet people, they end up all like always knowing my dad. It's
Mm-mm.
strange. So
That's a weird flex.
I used to live in
I
a
don't know
smaller
how it's a
town.
flex. It's just
No,
strange.
no, it's just the way you said it. I'm pretty well known.
Yeah, where I was born and raised.
I'm
Well, pretty
I
much
am like
it's like that.
it's
No,
not
I
like
am
a
too.
flex. It's more
Small town. Yeah,
like
I'm not.
I was just
I'm
always
known
in
for being a
trouble.
dumbass. Yeah.
Yup. Mostly it was my family's last name that was known because they lived in that area for multi 4 or 5 generations, and so everybody knew the name. So they you just kind of got linked in with that group, and which was not
Plus
always a
my
good thing, you know.
plus my
Uh,
dad and my grandfather have the same name. So
mm-hmm.
some people might even know my grandfather and be telling me they know my dad.
Right.
I actually kind of lucked out in that
I wouldn't even
department
know.
where like my last name's different. So like if you know, you know, but if you didn't know, it was okay.
Right.
I think it's funny that because like my last name's like really known, but especially my siblings aren't like super known. My brother's a little more well known than my sister, but my nobody knows who the hell my sister is. Like she was always
In,
quiet and to herself,
right.
and like going to high school and stuff. I remember my siblings telling me stuff like, "Oh, they'll remember me," like whatever about their class, and it was like no, none of them ever remembered my sister. It was always, "Oh, you're gonna be a troublemaker like your brother." So, the good kids don't get remembered as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it wasn't just for the linking to my family name because everybody knew the family name, I really probably wouldn't have got noticed either because I was just quiet and did my thing. So it was really probably just my last name that got most of the attention.
Yeah, there's like some families out here that like you don't like some of them like their whole family like their family owns like most of the town.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, I'm gonna step outside and have it stowed real quick. I'll be right back. You there, back? You back there, Darth?
Other
Okay.
kids
Oh, yeah,
thinking
yeah.
that like they were always
I did want to warn you guys. I should have opened with this, but I definitely was thinking of ending it around like oh shit, what time is it? I'd say like 20 more minutes. That way we got time to set up for Swords of Reason. I'd
Yeah.
rate it, but I'm not allowed to rate it.
Yeah, all good, brother. No worries. I just saw you were on, so I was like, oh, hey, I'll come up. Come on.
Oh, this is impromptu from last night.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Hell yeah.
And trying new things. Because I was kind of wondering, like, you know, I'm off. I could do shit during the day.
Right.
Now that I think about it, didn't Chassis say she was coming by too? She
I
could be
don't think
watching
she
that.
was. Her time
Oh yeah,
schedule is like very different.
she's 5 hours ahead, so 11:20 there.
Yeah, she usually shows up like in the middle of the night.
And she was having a blast last night. That shit was fucking hilarious.
She kills me.
Me too. And like, this is gonna sound
She
weird,
want to tell me all about her stomach issues. And I told her I don't need to know.
There's something about her voice though, and I think I don't know how people feel
She's got
about
a great
genetic
voice.
memories, but like my great grandma immigrated from Ireland. And like I very barely remember her voice, and for some reason, the way Shazzy talks, it just reminds me of family, and like it's got to be some weird genetic stuff, right? Oh, and now the silence makes me sound weird. Way to leave it off there. No, I'm kidding. But it's Shazzy's voice is very soothing. Uh, opens the door for. I love that one. It makes no sense.
Okay, I'm back.
Right on. As we found out at the beginning of the show, I cannot talk by myself.
It's like, what do I say?
It's like, well, plus I at least like if like for 420 Lounge, like I have like some topic, so I could talk about it for a couple minutes or read something. But I came into this just like I literally like went and edited and uploaded shit last night after the stream ended, went to sleep, woke up, went and grabbed a bottle of water, came home, watched like 2 videos and started this. I'm like,
Right.
I don't even know what to say. I haven't said anything since the last time I was saying something.
What do I do?
I can't pull over any further. I'm already pulled over.
Right. Yeah,
Gotta do
that's
bars.
I can totally get that. I'm probably a lot of the same way, you know, like sitting in here by myself, it's like, all right, what do I have to talk about? Unless I had something like dedicated to talk about, I'd be doing the same thing, like
Well,
Now,
I
see, if I was playing a game or doing something interactual like that, I could talk about what I was doing.
or at least there's
Or-
something happening on screen.
Right,
Yeah, it's a little
but-
different where it's just like a static background.
Right. It's like, what do I say?
But this is fun. I think the experiment worked. I have an idea,
Mhm.
but I'm not going to do anything about that without approval.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this
I've
is
been
great.
liking the streams. I think you're on your way, good sir.
I think I'm coming close to like finding where I fit in.
Right. Getting the feel for your niche and fitting it into the whole overall online open panel thing, right?
For sure.
And it's kind of nice to have a spot that's not as much as the debate scene and more of like just the chill, hang out, have a good discussion,
Like
watch
we
some
can,
shit,
right?
show some
But
shit, you know, whatever. Yeah.
when Shantae was kind of making that point earlier too, where like she'll never be on Swords of Reason because that's a huge fucking commitment. Like
Right.
you gotta really flesh your shit out. But like this, I think has a purpose too, because we can talk about things and then there's different perspectives and you can say things that you don't necessarily believe and work through thoughts on here, and it's not going to be like on, blasted out on Reddit and shit.
Right. At least not yet.
Yeah. That may change. I mean, it will change, but I'll
Yep.
deal with it as it happens.
But then you can always say, dude, it's a 420 chill stream. We're all stoned as shit. Of course, there's stupid
Yeah.
shit said. What do you think you're really gonna give me shit? We were stoned. So
It's entertainment. That's literally the genre I'm under, is entertainment. Did you laugh?
trailer. Good to see you. Sorry, chat. But yeah, I like it. It's chill. I enjoy it.
For
Because
sure.
I'm on Speakeasy so much. It's just like, holy crap, debate after debate after debate. Sometimes it's a chill, just hang out bullshit. But most of the time, even
Yeah,
because
you
the
gotta be on
people,
your P's
you
and
know,
Q's. Yep.
the group there, they're just about that. So it just always seems to be kind of that way, anyways. No offense to any of them or anything, or don't mean it that way. But the
We all
people
love
that
it. That's
watch
how we
them,
all, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they like that. So they just engage in that more often.
That's where I got the idea, was after I freaked out on Swords of Reason. I was like, and then plus two, like in Bear Chat, I found out that we're all fucking stoners. With the exception of Shantae, which that's the most surprising one.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually until she said it the other day. I was like, oh, all right. Oh, to each his own. Like, but yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
pretty
trying to
sure at least 95% of that group is a bunch of stoners for sure.
Well, and that's what started. That's why I did my first stream on 420, because I was like, all you motherfuckers smoke weed? And they're like, yeah.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
well, then why am I not doing that? That's like the number one thing I know about.
Right. I'm
And
not
here we
sure
are.
if she dipped or she lost connection or something.
I think she lost
I'm not sure.
connection.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were also, it's only going 12 more minutes.
Right.
I also learned
See.
a valuable lesson last night.
Mm-hmm.
I got to start keeping them under 6 hours, because 6 hours is the cutoff. Now, this may sound douchey on my end, but it's way easier to make shorts when the AI does it. So if it goes past 6 hours, you can't have the AI do it. You have to manually edit them.
Oh, okay.
Which I do need to start
Damn, what,
manually
6
editing
hours
them.
last night?
It was 7. I was almost 8.
I don't think I was. I don't
I
think
think you fell
observed,
asleep
like-
because you were still streaming.
Was I
Like
still streaming? Shit.
It showed on mine. Oh, I mean, I don't care. You're the one that fell asleep on your stream.
Oh, that's what it. Yeah. See, I did go to bed, but I forgot to fucking. I was just AFK streaming. Here you go, guys. Whoops.
I don't care.
I forget to hit that end my stream through the StreamYards when I do it that way. I forget to do that sometimes.
Well, I could see how you would think that, but I am new to this, and I've already done a 16-hour one that I didn't know they cut it off after 12, so there's 4 hours of fucking awesomeness that I don't have. But I also was part, and I'm not saying I did this long, but I was part of a 24-hour stream, as was Docs.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
definitely
a
fell
marathon.
asleep on that one. See, I fell asleep on that one, man.
You'd be surprised how quickly, like when you're on panel and you're shooting the shit, especially in this format, how quickly it turns into 8 hours.
Yeah, it's actually really crazy. I've done that a few times, and you're just hanging out, do your thing, and you look at the clock, you're like, wait a second,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look how long the stream's been running, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and
Like, shit.
that's where I have a problem, is because like I start so slow, but once I'm going, it's like I'm there, and
Right.
I'm not even thinking about the rest of the crap.
Right. Oh, nice. My buddy is like, oh, I'm around tonight if you're streaming.
Oh, tell him I uploaded last night's to Rumble.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll let him know that.
Not trying to whore myself out here, but like I
No,
stayed up
for sure.
quite a while after the stream was over, downloading it and uploading it to Rumble and
Right.
all that.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll let him know so that he kind of gets an idea of what we do
For sure.
when we're streaming.
One, like I said, I definitely want to have a dedicated day for just a Rumble stream where we can listen to music, roast each other using slurs that you can't use for fun, because we're friends and if somebody comes in and is
W.
not of
Oh,
that energy, I will be pretty stern on that.
I didn't catch that. Good point, Trailer. I didn't even catch that he did, but it happens.
I don't know what the W word is, but that's okay. I won't say it again.
You could remind him in Discord.
Yeah.
Make sure you point that finger to tell him naughty. Tell him, Mr. Producer. Tell him.
Well, and we're in the tail end, so if it gets flagged, I'll just cut the end off. Sorry. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was the thing.
On YouTube, I'm pretty sure that one is. Yeah. How you said it and when you were saying it, I think they won't even catch it. But yes, that is one I do believe that is.
All right, duly
Be
noted.
careful with.
All the more reason to have a dedicated Rumble stream.
That's right. Then you could say whatever the craziness you want. That's right. BF slurs all night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty easy started up his again, and we were all on there screwing around, you know.
Well, I wanted to see how far it could go.
All that, and we just, you know, that's and Tiny. That's the first thing that happened was just a bunch of F slur spam. You know, check out what I can do.
I mean, isn't that kind of the fun of it?
Well, yeah. Duh.
This kind of goes with like my pendulum theory too, although it's not really a theory, but like how hard censorship swings in one direction, it's gonna swing back, and every time it just keeps getting further and further.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're seeing with the whole YouTubes and Rumbles.
Right. I will say YouTube's lessened up a little bit with some of it, but not compared to Rumble for sure.
Well, and I'm not saying that. I mean, I believe in free speech, obviously, but I don't know if it needs to go that far as like. I don't know, because I mean, Elon with the X thing.
Mm-hmm. People have the right to say and do what they want or show what they want.
Free speech.
As long as they're like really not like causing somebody harm, but they're just speaking their opinion and whatnot, showing their opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
That too.
Like, find something else to watch. Unlike that sucker and move on to the next one the AI will give you. All right. So there's a reason tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this because, like,
which one is it? Who is it?
National Socialism. But like, what I find super interesting is Teriak has talked about like changing the name because I mean, you've been there. The name is the fact that it has socialism. He's trying to come up with a different name for it. And this is the prompt he went with. So I guess he couldn't find a good way to get rid of the word.
Right. You couldn't find a different
Which
word
means,
that would be similar.
In my opinion, knowing how Teriak preps for his, well, not knowing completely, but knowing how all-encompassing he is in his debates, he must have had a good reason to keep that word and a huge defense for it.
Yeah. Yeah, he usually doesn't go in without good prep and really pin it down his point. Or at least several of them so he can hold on to them, you know, like you'll have those key points. And then sometimes he might trail off. But a good portion of the time he's very on it. Little freaking Irishman.
Well, I would even make the argument that when he doesn't seem like he's on it, there's a reason for it.
Right. No, I like Teriak. I love listening to Teriak, and talking to Teriyaki. He's a great guy.
And he's nice as hell, even though he doesn't act like it, but he is.
Oh yeah, he's a nice dude. He's just got that personality, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
If
he was on my
nice,
first stream.
You wouldn't make it. It wouldn't be the same if he was just super nice, chill little leprechaun.
Mm-hmm. But like he knew, because like I had promoted, I was like, I'm doing the 420 stream, and that motherfucker was in the backstage the second I posted the link in.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, I thought I was going to get moving here for people, because I knew Speak was probably going to come by too, which that shit was fucking hilarious. I need to clip that out.
I wasn't here for the first one, darn it. I wish I was.
Oh, man.
I'll have to look back at it.
It's actually fucking hilarious.
Thanks.
Like, I haven't gone back and listened too much just because I hate hearing myself talk.
I hate that shit too. I know. I'd get that one. I'd have such a hard time editing my own videos because of that shit.
But yeah, when Speak came in, he was in backstage, but he was doing a panel purge at the time. And he was going to panel purge me. And he was backstage, and on his stream, you can go look. And he's like, dude, these motherfuckers have had me backstage. This is why weed should not be legal. These dudes are so high, they have no idea I'm backstage right now.
Right.
And then Trailer is the one who noticed and was like, oh my God, I fucked up.
Oh,
shit. Fucking did the whole intro shit. But like that fucked Trailer up for like days. Because like I felt bad. But at the same time, I was like, dude, that's why you're the producer, because I'm in the moment, man.
Right. That's why we're a team, bro.
But it's our first time, so I mean, yeah.
Right.
But I got to go back and clip that out, and I should see if Speak can clip out his end of it too, and like put them together.
Right.
Like, when he comes into my panel, it's just sitting there
like, what the fuck, motherfuckers? And then you're like, dude, oh shit. Get him on quick.
Well, and then of course he ripped the entire panel, because that was the first thing he said. Was he's like, see, this is why weed shouldn't be legal. Motherfuckers are so fucking high.
Yeah, I could see that right away. Like, oh, here comes Speak after this. He's gonna eat you all. The bear
Good, Shantae.
is unhappy. Nope, all good, Shantae. These things happen.
For sure. I mean, it's not like we're all not going to watch Swords of Reason. I'll be in the chat lurking. I do.
Learn?
I do.
Is that like leering?
I do plan to edit more stuff just because of those long ass videos. I can't use the AI. Plus, I don't really like necessarily everything the AI picks. So I got to start getting into the editing part of it.
I don't even have enough videos yet. I'm still working on all that shit.
I'll probably be on less panels, but I'm going to stay consistent on Mondays and Saturdays for sure on YouTube.
Right.
And then I'll figure out, I'll figure out a Rumble day. I don't know yet.
So Mondays and Saturdays you did. Okay. All right. Mental note,
For sure. And Mondays I can be fluid on the time, but sometimes I like to start them at 8:40 for the joke, but 10 o'clock probably is more likely. Central time. Right. So 8 o'clock your time.
Yep.
But you're a fucking amazing person to have on panel. I mean, you already know I like you outside of this, so.
Well, yeah.
You're
I think
great help to
meeting up was fun, and I'm glad you guys like having me around. I'm totally down to be around anytime you guys. All of them, I can't say all of them, but as many as I can if you want.
For sure, 100%.
I don't mind at all. It's a cool, chill conversation spot, and I like it.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm just surprised I found out like where I should be. I really think this is a good thing for the whole thing. But We're gonna get there, and it'll eventually turn into more than this. But for now,
Yep. Oh yeah, the more you do it, the more the fluid gets, and the more it just gets that height going. The more people start trickling in, and the more people that start trickling in, even more people start trickling in, and eventually you'll have like 6-7 dudes pretty consistently on panel. Like it'll happen. Just takes
for
time.
sure.
Or you
All
learn
right.
you suck at it and go, fuck, never mind. Try another idea. Damn it.
I kind of look at it like my philosophy on it is like the same as when I started learning guitar and like what I know about stand-up comedy just from podcasts and stuff. I hear all that inside baseball.
Mhm.
It's fine to suck. The only way to get better is to suck
Yeah, failure is the best lesson learned.
and to not quit. Just keep doing it.
Mhm. Yep, fail again. You'll learn something from each failure until you don't fail.
Yep. And I've been learning a lot from each and every stream.
Right,
So,
right.
Yep.
All right, it sounds like you're about wrapping it up.
Yep. I'm gonna
Alright.
play a song, but I do want to put a specific banner on. Oh wait, did you know the conclusion that Shantae forced on us at the end of the night last night?
No, I think I was asleep at that point.
So at the end of the hot dog debate, according to Shantae, totally said that right. Shantae. All sandwiches are now hot dogs.
Oh, gonna reverse the script here. I see.
And we are now in hot dogs. So on that, I'm gonna play us out on a song, and then it'll do a little timer thing. And I'm gonna eat a sandwich and see y'all on the Swords of Reason. Again, I would like to clarify.
You mean a hot dog, right? Did you just do that?
No, actually, I'm gonna eat a pepperoni sandwich.
But all sandwiches are hot dogs.
Oh, you're right. I am gonna go eat a pepperoni hot dog.
Can't even keep up with your own logic here.
You're right. I need to make a note of that.
that.
Dude, it was so mind blowing last night. I was just like, well, wait a second. I win.
No, you didn't. I just had to go to sleep. All right.
All right. Well, I'll see you in chat.
Yep. God bless, brother. Thank
For
you again
sure.
for the hangout stream.
Hey, anytime. Thank you for being here.